Hello, friends. Hi, this is Sarah from the Serenity Reiki Clinic, and I'd like to take a moment today to talk to you about Mercury Retrograde. As you may know, and are probably experiencing right now, we're in a new Mercury Retrograde cycle. So, I'm often asked, what does that mean? Well, all the planets move around the sun. Yeah, each planet moves at a different rate. Retrograde motion is a traditional term in astronomy, meaning the apparent motion of a planet, in this case Mercury, is in a direct opposite to that of other bodies within its system. Direct motion, of course, is motion in the same direction as other celestial bodies. From time to time, Mercury appears to slow down, then stop, which we call stationary retrograde, and then move slowly backwards for several weeks, retrograde. Eventually, it appears to stop again and reverse direction, stationary direct, moving slowly towards once again direct. Eventually, Mercury appears to return to its normal orbitable speed. Yay! Go Mercury! So, see, lots of things are going on out there in the celestial world, and they all actually affect us. But I know I can hear you already going, and again, Sarah, what does this mean? Well, each time we enter a Mercury retrograde, things go a bit wonky or haywire here on Earth. Communication breaks down, electronics fail, and appointments are missed. People often report dropping and breaking things. We get people that schedule appointments at the Reiki clinic and then the day before call us up and go, oh, wait a minute, I'm overbooked. Can you reschedule me? And of course we do. Or people forget their appointment, so it's a very good time to double check. So this makes this a very good time to work on patience. So be diligent as you check and double check facts and learn to let a lot of the small things that might irritate you just go. People are normally advised to hold off on signing contracts, starting school, or other important projects during Mercury retrograde. This is, of course, not intended as legal, financial, or medical advice. For the next 3 weeks, we'll be influenced deeply by this retro energy. But each retrograde cycle is influenced by other factors, so each Mercury retrograde is flavored differently, if you will. This particular cycle, we will have a focus on, are you ready? Ghost from the past. Okay, what to expect? Well, besides, as we've said, communication breakdowns and the need to adjust travel plans, you can expect messages out of the blue, surprise visits from people from your past, and feelings you may have thought you healed resurfacing. So this is a time also to slow down and really be mindful. So during this time, you can kind of expect forgotten feelings from the past to resurface again. Suddenly, you may be yearning for the company of somebody you went to school with, or you may be reaching out and trying to reconnect with old friends or lovers from the past. And this isn't a bad thing itself. But ask yourself, what is the true motivation? Are you suddenly yearning for these people from your past to be back in your life because of the great times you shared? Or do you think you need closure? Are you ready to heal those old wounds? Or is this something else? Is this a continuation of an internal script to play out for like a mind game? You really need to look at your motives closely before you pick up the phone. Don't let this go any further until you know exactly what you want to happen and what's motivating you. And speaking of checking, check and double check times, dates, and appointments. Call before driving across town to meet people for lunch. Call before visiting your dentist. Call for cinema times before you show up. Make sure you have your driver's license, important papers, or files with you. Suddenly, paperwork has a mind of its own and it's walking off. Leave the iPad in the case and watch out for phone mishaps. Everything from dropped calls, messages that are too garbled, and emails will be late in arriving. Resist the urge to juggle that new camera. Everyone suddenly seems to have butterfingers and things are flying left and right and things are breaking, especially electronics. Be ever so mindful of the Virgos in your life right now. Due to planetary placements, Virgos right now are feeling the brunt of this energy and may be totally and completely overwhelmed. So, if you have a Virgo in your life or you work with a Virgo, be mindful of this and don't overload them with tasks, and be more considerate and let them have more time to themselves to process this energy. And also, this is a good time to explore taking care of yourself. So, self-care habits, look at your diet and dig deeper into the past. Look at what behaviors you're exhibiting now that maybe you would like to change. We're in the beginning of the year, and so people are still working hard on the resolutions. Take the energy of that and work on setting some goals that are attainable for yourself. And also work on cultivating patience, because you're going to need it during the next couple of weeks. I would also suggest if something just doesn't feel right, take a pass. Now, especially, do not overcommit yourself or don't agree to do something that feels kind of dodgy. This is also an excellent time to reorganize your life. Clean out the closets, look at your calendar, the stuff that's just cluttering around your house. Do you really need this stuff? Is it making you happy? Is it serving a purpose? If not, start editing. Step up, take inventory, and get it done. Also, look at what you can release. Take a deep look at your old habits. As I said before, this might be the time to finally quit smoking, or some other big habit that needs to be dealt with. This may be the time to start putting the pieces together to form a plan to stop and delete them. Also, it's a good time to edit your friends list. But that being said, don't do anything. Edit it by looking at it, not by actually pushing the button, not until the retrograde is over. This is a time to journal, to write down your thoughts, ideas, your hopes, your dreams, and then after the retrograde, take a look at it and see if you still feel the same way and if the same things are going on in your life. After we move out of the retrograde, then if you still feel the same way, have a meeting. Go see those people and see if what you thought these last few weeks jives with what you feel then. And then be bold and be courageous and edit them as needed. Now is the time to just really breathe. If you're drawn to reconnect with the past ghosts, ask yourself what you hope to achieve and what the best outcome could be. Before you pick up the phone or friend them on Facebook, do this. Examine the lessons from the past and realize what is actually motivating you. Be honest with yourself, but also be mindful of the fact that they're probably struggling with the same issues too. If you want to learn more about astrology and how we're affected by celestial events, then please go to our website, serenityreikiclinic.com, and register for the January 22nd full moon lunar call. During this live call, we always discuss current cycles, moon phases, and I also include a healing, clearing activation in the live call. Oh, and they're recorded so you can listen to them later if you can't be there at the time. Anyway, I'd love it if you could join us. But back to Mercury now. Are you worried? Honestly, don't be. This is a good time to just stay positive, but vigilant, and know that this can be a valuable time of self-reflection and personal growth. Take this opportunity as a gift and utilize the energy. Be patient and show extra loving kindness to yourself and those around you. And also, don't juggle. This is not the time. Okay, see you next time. Love and light and blessings. Bye-bye.